Hi and welcome to this Fusion 360 tutorial. Today we're going to look at the shell feature in Fusion 360. If you require the final model or the completed model for this activity, please check the link in the description below. So if we jump into Fusion, so what we've got on screen is a basic design that's been created using 3 extrude features and a fillet. So if we click play, we can see what's happening here in terms of stages. So what we could do now is we could shell this out. So if I go up to shell, and the first option we're going to look at is to shell the body. What this is going to create is a shell without removing any faces, and the design will be hollow inside. So if we go to bodies and select the body we want to shell, we've then got a few options here. So what we're going to choose first is, yes, we selected the body, and we're going to go for a thickness. So I'm going to type in something like 1.5 millimeters, and we have some extra options here of inside, outside and both. At the moment we're just going to look at inside, and I'm going to click OK. Now you might think it's not done anything. However, if we have a look at a cross section or section analysis and drag that across, you can see it's created a hollow feature inside that design. So that might be what you want. However, in some cases you may want to, if we click on edit feature and deselect that, that's not selecting anything at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to shell this out, but we're going to remove the face. So I'm going to remove this top on here, and as you can see, if I click OK, that has created a shell on the inside of that design. And what it's done is it's wrapped around these features here, shelled that out there, and it's wrapped around that one as well and shelled that out. So that might be what we want. However, we may also, if we right click, we may want to add some extra faces to remove it. We can use that by holding Control and selecting those additional faces, and if we click OK, you can see what it's done here. It's removed those faces as well. So for example, I don't know, if you wanted a liquid or something to enter that design, it could go into there and it could flow out of this one here now, because it's got no wall between those two cylinders. The next thing we're going to have a look at, if we right click on this and go edit feature, and we have a look, say, from the top, and what we've got at the moment is I've designed this to be a certain dimension across here in terms of that cube. At the moment it is creating a wall thickness of 1.5 millimeters inside of that dimension. So even if I type 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters here, for example, and update that, the outside or external size remains the same because I'm doing it on the inside. So if I go back to 1.5 millimeters, if I choose the option of outside, what that's going to do, if I type in the size, that's going to create a 1.5 millimeter wall on the outside of my original design. So going all the way around here. So basically my dimension of what I created this original design to be has been changed. So it's 1.5 millimeters thicker all the way around. So that distance across there, that horizontal distance, is now 3 millimeters bigger because it's on the outside of the design. If I now go to both, this allows me to control the thickness on the inside of the design and outside. So here I've got this set to 1.5 and 1.5, so that's creating a 3 mil thickness either side of my original design. So again, it's going to get bigger on the outside, and the inside sort of volume is going to reduce by sort of 1.5 millimeters, all the way around. So in most cases you're probably going to use maybe the inside, but it depends on what you want to achieve. So if we click OK, let that catch up. So what we've looked at now is how to shell out a design and not remove a face. We've looked at how to remove a face and then add additional faces, and we've now looked at the option of inside, and so on. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to delete this shell, and we're going to look at this here. So sometimes when you're adding a shell, it's very important to add a shell at a certain time in this timeline here. And we're going to demonstrate that. So if we go back in time and we had, say, this cube, and we want to shell this out. So we click shell, we want to remove that top surface and we want to go 1.5 millimeters and click OK. We then decide that we want to fillet, okay, these edges, so we want to add a fillet. So I'll bring that forward. Now what that's done, if you click on the top view, okay, is that it's filleted the edges, but it hasn't filleted the inside, okay, so it's ignored, okay, the shell, and it's filleted those outside edges, and it's left a very, very small distance here. And if I increased that fillet, so if we go up here, and we increase that fillet to, so it's 5 millimeters at the moment, so if we increase that to 8, okay, it will probably come up with an error, there you go. Or sometimes it will come up with, say, a hole or slit between these two faces here, or, you know, going on these points around it. So sometimes it is very important to think about where you're going to place, okay, the shell. Now if I drag this shell forward, so it's going to come after the fillet, you can then see, okay, it's actually generated what I wanted. So it's actually created the shell, okay, here. So if I go back one, alright, and then bring that forward, you can see it's wrapped around it. So that's a very important thing to take into consideration as well. And then if we then come forward, we've created this boss on the side. But because that boss has been created afterwards on that surface there, that boss here, or that feature, is solid. So again, if I wanted that to be hollow going through there, okay, I would have to drag the shell forward again. And if we look inside, you can see here, it's then shelled that out. Okay, because the shell is after that feature. And again, I could right click on this. I could come around here, okay, select using control additional face, and click OK, and again it's removed that. So you can see again, depending on what features you put before or after, it will affect the actual design. If we bring this forward here, what I've got is I've created a sketch on that face there, and I've cut it in. Now that will remove a hole there, and that's it. But if I wanted to wrap a sort of a wall around that hole, again, the shell would have to come after that. So if I drag that forward, so I'll just grab it again, drag that forward, you can see this time now the shell is interacting with that feature, and it's created that wall again, okay, around that particular feature. And once again, if I wanted to, I could go into that feature, okay, faces to remove, hold control, select that additional face and click OK. Alright, so it is very, very important that you take into consideration where you add or where you place, okay, your shell in the timeline. Thanks for watching, and if you found this content helpful, please click like and subscribe, and also check out any other resources and videos created using the links in the description. I'll see you on the next one.